Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another Fundamental Games Tabletop Simulator game playthrough. Today we're going to play a game of The Quest Kids. The Quest Kids is declared as a fantasy adventures for heroes 5 years old and up. And this one was kind of interesting to me because it took concepts that I've used in my own board games and really brought them down to a level that a younger audience could play them, kind of as a gateway game for really young kids to enjoy games that we enjoy as adults. The way it says is, in the Quest Kids, 2 to 4 Quest Kid heroes will explore the magical Tolk's cave to find treasure, scare away bad guys, complete quests, and discover magical items, all while helping friends out along the way. And the kid with the most stars at the end of the adventure is going to be considered victorious. So today I'm going to play a 2-player version. So we're going to play using Crash on the left, and we'll use Skylar on the right. You'll see that there is another character named Ivy and another character named Noah that you could be, but we're going to choose not to play with those this game. So just Crash and Skylar are going to play. Now if you look at their characters, they don't actually have any independent abilities, so it doesn't really matter which ones you choose anyhow, it's just for visual sake. So if you look at the standees that the game comes with, we will take away Ivy and we'll take away Noah, and we will stick with Crash and Skylar. Alright, so let's I'll read through the rules. I won't show them up on the screen, but I will read through them. So all players will choose a Quest Kid standee and corresponding player mat. Then they get 3 health cards and 1 quest card and place them on their mat. So health cards are just these squares. They're all identical, and they go onto their player mat. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. And then each player gets a quest card. So these are randomized. I'll shuffle them up again just in case. And we'll give this gentleman a quest card, which will go on his sheet there, and we'll give her a quest card. All right. So now that we have that, that's the first part of the game setup. In a 2-player game, each player takes 2 ability cards. So ability cards are these 3 here. There's a fighting one, a magic one, and that one might be magic. So power, magic, and wisdom. Power, magic, wisdom. So Crash, he looks like he likes wisdom. So we're going to take a wisdom card there. And he looks like he likes magic. He doesn't really look like a powerful sort, so we're going to go with those 2. And then Skylar, she looks like she likes power, and we'll also give her wisdom. Actually, we'll give her 2 power. She's going to be a powerhouse, and we'll play with Crash as a kind of a scholar. We'll try that theme out and see how it plays out. Alright, shuffle all of the dungeon tiles and randomly place the green and gray dungeon tiles in the 4 rooms on the left side of the board, and the red dungeon tiles in the 3 rooms on the right side of the board. So if we flip our angle here a bit, you'll see that there's a room here, a room here, a room here, and a room here. So these are the 4 on the left side of the board, and I've already pre-populated them and randomized them. So I have no idea what sequence these are in. And the same with here. This is 1, 2, 3 rooms, and if you look here, one room is just this one bit of tiles here, but so 1, 2, 3 sets of rooms, and those are all randomized. And the way the book describes it is, I believe, green. Let's just read out what it says here. Oh, we're not quite there yet. Okay, so we've got those sorted. Then put all the treasure tiles in the treasure bag and place the remaining ability cards, quest cards, and kind kid cards on their designated spots on the game board. Place the quest kid figures chosen by the players at the front of the dungeon, and you can begin the game. The player who most recently went on an adventure goes first. So we're going to have Crash be the first one to go, and then Skylar. And so yeah, you can see how the board is. So this board is actually part of the game. This isn't something I designed just for the simulator. So you'd get this full board that holds all these tiles, and then you get each of these character boards that'll fit certain cards on them. So good to know that. And then we can proceed with the game. So going from there, we'll go to the next page. Players will take turns moving their quest kids throughout Tolk's cave. On each turn, a player can either explore a new dungeon tile, or they can visit an already explored dungeon tile. Players can move to any unexplored dungeon tile adjacent to an already explored tile. So, and there's 3 different colors of tiles, like I mentioned. So green are always good, gray could be good or bad, but will have better rewards, and red are the toughest baddies, but have the best treasure. And once a dungeon tile has been resolved, it is removed from the game board and put in a discard pile or onto a player's character board if that dungeon tile has stars, which are points for the game. 3 types of revealed dungeon tiles. So there's ones that give players ability cards. There's ones that will have a creature on them, monsters on them, and special items. So we're going to deal with those as we encounter them. And then there's what we call kind kid cards. So these here, I think I have to flip those over. Yeah, we'll shuffle those up. So kind kid cards. And so what's a kind kid card, you might wonder? Well, this is a way to encourage younger players to help one another out. What it says is that you can help your fellow quest kids scare away bad guys by giving them needed ability cards. And when a player helps another player, they will get a kind kid card, which is always good. Players can only ask for help to scare away bad guys, not to gain special items, because certain cards will require you to put resources to gain them, and you can't help another player do that. Alright, and players can get 1 kind kid per card they give a friend. So you could get 3 kid cards in a turn if you gave away 3 ability cards, for example. We'll also earn treasure throughout the adventure. Whenever a treasure icon is revealed, which I believe is this, you would get a treasure card, which there's 24 of right here. And so these treasures are worth stars at the end of the game and are worth more stars if the treasure matches the player's quest kid character. So if the final, alright, so we'll keep scrolling through here. Quests. At the beginning of the game, each player will receive a quest card. Each quest card has a unique goal for a player to complete in order to earn stars. The quest card does not need to be kept a secret. So if we take a look at Crash's quest card, it says here he has to have 3 magic cards in hand to get 2 bonus stars. And if we take a look at Skylar's, her quest says 2 scared away bad guys. So as soon as she's scared away 2 bad guys, she'll accomplish her quest. So good to know that. Kind of like mini individualized goals. You can only complete in 1 quest per turn, and if the quest card deck is empty, then no new quest cards can be drawn. Once a player completes a quest, they can draw a new quest card, so that's how you can accumulate more points. The game is over once all dungeon tiles have been explored, and if possible, the remaining bad guys and special items are dealt with. The quest kid with the most stars when the game ends is declared the winner. And you can earn stars through all kinds of different ways in this game. So a quest kid can explore any unexplored dungeon tile adjacent to an explored dungeon tile, but you cannot move diagonally. The dungeon tile can be in a different room from where you began your turns. You can go as far as you want as long as you're going through explored tiles. And you can move through doors but not through walls. There are 8 doors on the board. Alright, so I think we're good to begin the game. And I'll show you how this works. So we're going to start with Crash. So Crash is going to go here. So he reveals this, and it says the Tolk Gem of Power. You need 2 axes and 3 stars in order to pass this. Alright, so he's moved on there, but he actually can't accomplish it, and that will be his turn. Oh, I accidentally closed my rules. Let me open those up again. Make sure I'm doing this the correct way. Alright, set up how to play dungeon tiles. Quest 2. Choose a hero. Okay. On your turn, choose a dungeon tile to explore. Green tile is always good. Da, da, da. Alright. Quests. Alright. So yeah, he goes here and his turn's over. So then we could go to this player, for example. So she could go here, and you can have more than 1 player on a tile, and she can actually play her 2 purple cards. She's got 2 of them here, and when she does that, she will gain this card. So if you gain a card, then it goes onto your pile here. She took the Gem of Power, so that'll be worth 3 stars for her at the end of the game, but she's used up some key resources. So then it'll go back to Crash's turn. And Crash will, well, we know green is always good, so he's going to go here. He's going to gain 2 power. So you can see how you can gain resources if you're strategic about what tiles you go to. But at the beginning, he could only go straight. So now he's taken that, and that could go to a discard pile. We'll put that up here. And he's on here. So just going to make sure I'm doing that part correctly. After a dungeon tile has been resolved, so I resolved it by taking those 2 power cards, it should be removed from the board and placed in a discard pile or onto a character board if it has tiles. So because it doesn't have any stars, it doesn't go on my board. Alright, so now it's her turn. She has no cards, and she can go through a doorway, but not through a wall. So if we look at this, this would be considered the doorway here, and that would be considered the doorway there, I think, or is that the wall? Oh, I see, that's the wall. So the only way into here is this way. So she could go here and here, for example, and flip this over, and she's going to gain 2 wisdom by going there. You can see there's books under there, how convenient. So 2 wisdom, that's these cards here. And so we'll just slap those there. And we'll go back to Crash's turn. So Crash wants some more green. He likes green. He gets +2 magic. So he's building up his power. We'll go here. And we'll go back to Skylar's turn. She's not feeling too strong just yet, so she's going to go here and get +2 magic. Right on. She gets a couple yellow cards. And we'll go back to Crash's turn. So just going to consult the rules one more time. Keep on flowing through here. Dungeon tiles. On each turn, a player can either explore a new dungeon tile or visit an already explored dungeon tile. So already explored, these ones go away because we've resolved them, but somebody else could go back to that purple one if it hadn't been resolved yet. Hopefully I'm playing that correctly. So anyway, we're going back to her turn. She's going to grab this green card and get +2 power. So we're building up some resources, really trying to buff up for some later battles. And then Crash he's going to explore down here. He's dangerous. So he sees some goblin girls. And in order to defeat them, you need 1 magic and 1 wisdom, which he has, and you would gain 2 stars for it. So he's going to scare those goblin girls away by using, he doesn't have to, mind you, he could choose not to, I think, but he's going to go ahead and use those. So he uses that, and he obtains that dungeon card. And if I read the rules here for encounters, we'll just see what that says. Monster dungeon tiles bring bad guys into the game. Bad guys can be scared away by using ability cards. If a bad guy is not scared away, the player loses a heart card, and the bad guy remains on the board in their tile awaiting their next foe. Alright. So, yeah. Yep, so we're good there. Then we're going to go back to her turn, and she's going to go, so from what I did, she can go all the way along here until she finds a tile she wants to explore. So she can travel across the board and say, you know what, I'm going here now because you opened that up for me. I'm going to take that 2 magic. So she's going to grab her 2 magic cards. Oopsie. And then we're going to go back to Crash's turn. Alright. So what does Crash want to do? Crash says, you know what, I don't have a lot of cards. I have 2 you know what, he's going to go here anyway. So here it says +3 power and a treasure. So that's pretty awesome. He took a risk by going there when he didn't have a lot of cards. He gets 3 power cards and the top treasure card. So treasure cards go here. And if you flip that over, we can see that he found a treasure that's worth 1 star. It would have been worth 2 stars if he was Skylar. So he's glad he got that instead of Skylar. And that goes to the discard pile. He's over here. So Skylar is going to go, she's going to keep making her way this way, and she will gain 2 wisdom. She's determined to go to the red dungeon. So what did she gain? 2 wisdom. Throw that in her pile there. We go back to Crash. What does Crash want to do? He's going to go down here. So he gets any 3 combinations. So he can take a treasure, or a power, or a magic, or a wisdom. He can take any 3 of those. And he's going to take, but from what I understand, I have to take 3 different ones, any combination of them. So he's going to take a treasure, flip that over. That's going to be worth another star for him. He's going to take a wisdom, and he's going to take another wisdom. Try to spread out his abilities there. All right. So then we go back to Skylar, and she is, that looks like a wall there. I'm having trouble differentiating walls and not walls. So she's going to go down here to this uncovered tile, and she gets a 3 combo as well. What does she have? She's got some of everything, 4, 4, and 2. So she's going to take some more power. She likes power. This is Skylar we're talking about here. All right, and so she's here. Now we go back to Crash. Crash is going to play it safe, but he's going to start exploring more gray tiles. So he's going to go down here. He found some more Goblin Girls that need a this and a this, and he has both of those, so he will use them up, and he will defeat the Goblin Girls. Way to go, Crash, scaring all those goblins away. We go back to Skylar. Skylar wants to go for the red, so she's diving into here. It says that she gets +1, +1, +1, and +2, so she really went to town here. She gets 2 treasures, one of which is a negative star. Whoop. Guess they're not all good. And she's got half a star. Didn't know such a thing was in a game. Nice, half a star. But not only that, she gets 1 of each of these cards. So still a good find overall for her. Building up all of her resources. She might feel comfortable going further into that red dungeon. So then we go back to Crash. Crash is going to play it safe on this side of the map. If he has a magic and a scholar, or magic and a wisdom, which he has, being the young wizard that he is, he will gain the gem of knowledge. So he's taking that to the bank. We go back to Skylar. She's wants to explore this dungeon. She's going to go down here. Here she needs a power and 3 magic to defeat that. So she's got that, and she wants to defeat that. So 1 power, and she's got 5. So 1, 2, 3. She has definitely had enough to defeat that spider, and that'll go into her pile of completed quests. Good job, Skylar. You really showed that guy who was boss. Wahaha. So we go back. Crash. He's letting her do the tough dungeons. He's still exploring over here. So he's flipped this over. Found some more Goblin Girls. So he needs a purple, which he has, and he needs a yellow, which he has, and he defeats the Goblin Girls yet again, flushing them out of the dungeon. We go back to Skylar. She's still feeling pretty tough, so she's going to keep digging into the red. And she found Sly, the serpent. So that needs a power and 3 red, which she happens to have. She's really built up her card pile here, so she disposes of all those cards, and she gains Sly. She's undefeated. This is a barbarian woman that you don't want to mess with. We go back to Crash, and Crash, he's a little bit light on resources. He doesn't have magic or wisdom, so he's going to go see what he can find. And he can't accomplish that Gem of Hope right now, so he's just going to chill there. And Skylar's going to keep plodding ahead. She found some Goblin Girls that need a purple, yellow, and red, which she happens to have. Purple, yellow, and red. So she dives right in and scares those Goblin Girls right away. And I like how the game company, or the person who designed this game, says you're scaring away bad guys. It's actually, because it's kid-friendly, you're not destroying or cutting them in half. You're actually just scaring them off, clearing the dungeon, making it safe for others. So this guy goes here. He gains +2 power and a treasure card. So for his treasure, he found some negative star there, but he got 2 power cards. So Crash will take those. That card will go over here. And Oh, I forgot all about the quest cards, so... Oh, guess he doesn't have that. So, she actually has defeated that quest. She scared away 2 bad guys. So now she should have another quest card. I completely forgot an important part of the game there. So now her next quest is gain 1 Tolk gem. So we'll just start fresh from now for these quest cards. Alright. So he just gained that, and so she's going to go up here. So she can gain 2 power and 2 wisdom. Ooh. So you can see going into these red ones is might have some dangerous creatures, but there's some really good perks to it as well. Accidentally resized the card by putting it there. There, that's fixed. So she uses that up. She's here now. And we go back to Crash's turn. Crash doesn't have any magic. He's going to go all the way up here and see what this is. And he found Chompy, the bear. Now Chompy has more resources needed than he has. So for the first time, somebody takes a heart damage. So poor Crash loses a heart. Unless, you know what? Skylar's going to say, you know what? I'm going to be nice. And I see that your bear needs a wisdom. I'm going to give you a wisdom, Crash. Do you want that? Crash isn't going to say no. He doesn't really want to die. So let's take that heart back. And he's going to use his 2 purple and accept her red, because I don't think he has it. And when he does that, he will get 3 stars. But because Skylar was so nice to help him, she gets a kind kid card. So I wanted to showcase how kind kid cards work. So kind kid card, when you get it, gives that player a benefit. So that player now gets +2 treasure just for helping out our friend. So it really helps her to help him. Alright, so that was Crash's turn. We're going to go back to Skylar's turn. She's feeling pretty good. She's going to clear this one here. +2 magic, +2 wisdom. She'll take that. There's 2 magic. There's 2 wisdom. She is a powerhouse. Unstoppable now. We go back to Crash. Crash is not really sure what he can do. He's only got 3 cards left. So he's going to run over here and see what's in the green. 2 wisdom and a treasure. He'll take that. Got some treasure there and 2 wisdom. 1, 2. That goes over there. Skylar keeps plowing ahead. She's digging deep. 2 treasure cards. Wow. And 1 of each of these cards. So from what I could tell right now, red is really the place you want to be, unless all the creatures are at the beginning. Alright, that goes there. Special items, hero cards, I'm not sure what goes in there. Maybe there's cards like the kid cards that can give you bonuses. So that was her turn. We will go back to Crash's turn, and he's going to keep digging in for the green, get his freebies. So any 2 combination, he's going to grab some of this and some of this, get his magic back. Then we'll go back to Skylar's turn. Skylar will keep plowing ahead. She's going to go through this door into this dungeon and find Double Tooth. Double Tooth needs 2 of these, which she has, and 2 of these, which she has. So she's of course going to take him down. He's worth 4 stars. Absolutely. Crash is still playing it safe, so he goes along here. Got 3, 2, and 2, so he'll grab 1 of each of these, even himself out at 3 of each. Alright, and we'll go back to her. What does she want? Well, she does have a card here, that a quest card, if she gains a Tolk gem. So she's going to say, you know what, this has been fun, but I'm pretty sure I can travel all the way over here and take this with 2 magic cards. So she uses up her 2 magic cards, pull herself up there. She's going to take that, and because she got a Tolk gem, she has accomplished her quest. So her quest will go here, and she will get a new quest. Alright. Have to have 2 kind kid cards in hand. Oh. So in hand would be right here, I presume. Okay, so we go back to Crash. Crash says, you know what, I'm going to keep taking the easy ones while I can. We found Empty Belly. We need a magic and 2 reds, which we have. 1 red, 2 red, and a magic. And we have defeated Empty Belly. Congratulations, Crash. Skylar's going to leave all the grays for him. She's going to keep digging in for the red. She goes for the far tunnel and finds the Goblin King. Goblin King, oh, this guy's brutal. 2 purple, 2 yellow, and 2 red. And so she could do the red and the purple, but she doesn't have the yellow. So you know what? Crash says, I'm going to help you. I'm going to donate my 2 yellow to help you defeat it. And she says, I'm not going to turn you down. So I'll get rid of my 2 purples and my 1, 2 reds. And she has defeated the Goblin King with Crash's help there. But because Crash helped, and Crash has a... oh, he didn't have a quest card. Oh, he gets a kid card for doing that. So congratulations. So he doesn't have to use this right now. He can keep it in his hand. So that was Skylar's turn. So now Crash will use... I'm just going to look up kid cards real quick. Dungeon tiles. Kid card. So when can I use a kid card? Camping guide. Each other. I think he can use a kid card anytime. So we'll just keep it in his hand for when he needs it. And he's going to explore this tile here. He's going to gain 3 wisdom. Nice. Wise Crash. And he will gain a treasure card too. Put that in there. Alright, we go back to Skylar's turn. She's going to keep... she's got nothing left. And Crash was sneaky. He took all the green stuff. So now there's nothing green left. So she's just going to be brave and keep venturing forth. +2 power, +2 magic. That's exactly what she needed to continue her travels. So she took a risk, and it looks like it paid off for her. Alright, go back to Crash's turn. He's going to take the last gray tile, and that will give him 3 magic. 1, 2, whoopsie, and 3 magic, and he gets a treasure card. Alright. That one's actually good for him. He gets bonus stars for that. Alright, and we go back to Skylar. She's still having fun exploring this dungeon, so she's going to flip this one over, and she would need a purple and a red, which she has, so she's going to do that. Purple and a red, and she will get the Faith Gem. Congratulations. So Crash, well, it's been fun, but now it's time for you to brave out forth with the rest of the darkness. Oh, 2 treasure cards, we'll take those. That was a nice one, 3 stars for him. He's glad to get that treasure card. Put those in his pile, but not only that, he gets 1 of each resource card. +1, +1, +1. Doesn't mind if he does. Skylar keeps adventuring up top. She would need a purple, which she has, and a yellow, which she has, and she will get that token of love. Crash says, oh, this game's almost over. Better keep exploring. So he goes here, and he finds more goblin girls. He needs 1 of each, and he can do it. 1, 2, 3. He has defeated the goblin girls. They go in his pile. Oh, and he's also going to take his quest card finally and remember that. So he had 3 stars in his hand, so he actually has a new quest that could have been activated this turn. We're going to say he has that one as well, and no more after this one. Okay, so next turn, as long as he has 2 red and 2 purple, which he does, next turn he can redeem that. Alright, so he's here. Skylar still needs to have 2 kind kid cards in hand, and she doesn't, so she goes here. She can give up 2 reds, which she has, to get the token of wisdom. Congratulations. Skylar's happy with that. So now we go back to Crash. Crash says, you know what, I have those, so I accomplish that quest. So I get a new quest, but I can't accomplish that till next turn. I have to have 2 treasures in hand, and I would get 2 stars for it. So how does he get treasures? Well, he's going to Peggy instead. He needs a red, a yellow, and a purple. Sorry if I said those in the wrong sequence, but you know what I mean. And he has defeated Peggy, the pirate. Whee. Peggy the peg leg. Alright, go back to Skylar. She's gonna run over here, grab this tile. Ooh, she found the dragon. That needs 2 purple, 2 of each. She can't do it. She can't possibly defeat this guy. And Crash says, you know what? You're gonna have to lose this time. So Skylar has to run away, and the dragon remains there. So the dragon needs 2 of each. So actually Crash can go here and defeat the dragon by getting rid of 2 of each. He'll do it. Why not? There we go. Dragon is defeated by Crash. And so that we get the last turn, or could be the last turn, Skylar goes here, reveals this tile for the Goblin Girls. And she cannot defeat the Goblin Girls. So as a final gesture, no, he can't even help either. Well, he could. So Crash redeems his Kind Kid card to get a magic and a purple and a red and a treasure in his hand. So that will go in his Kind Kid card pile. And keep the treasure in his hand. And then he says, you know what? I'm going to help, and I'm going to give you the purple and the red. And because I gave you 2, I get 2 Kind Kid cards. So he takes those. And so she defeats the Goblin Girls. They go in her pile. And basically the game is coming to an end. We have uncovered every dungeon tile. And so the player would be over. So getting an extra turn doesn't do Crash much good, but he will have 1 more star in his pile, thanks to helping her out since he had no other actions anyway. Alright. And that card isn't worth anything. So, what do we do from here? Well, now we have to figure out who accumulated the most points. Was it Skylar for racing through and defeating all the reds, or was it Crash for being studious and trying to take advantage of all the freebie greens and the simpler grays? Well, let's find out. What I'm going to do is bring in a component here just to help me add it up. So we're going to bring in a tracker, and I'll bring in another one over here, and that's just temporary. Okay. So Crash, let's take an overhead look, and we have 2 points there, and 2 points there, and 2 points there. So that's for his quests. For these, he has 1, 2 points. Good. My hearts. So he didn't actually lose any hearts. He has 2, 4, 6 hearts. Or 6 stars within his hearts. And here he has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 24, 26 points worth of tiles. 26 plus 14, he will be at 30 points. Crash does his first game with 30 points in hand. Wait, it's not over yet. We still have these. So a half star is 1, 2, 3, 4 because he's chase. 5, 6, 7, 7.5, 6.5. So 6.5, rounded down, 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So his treasure got him 6 more points. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, so Crash finishes his game with 36 points. We go over to Skylar. Can Skylar defeat that? Let's find out. She doesn't get any points for that because she did not redeem it. But here she's got 1. And here she's got 2, 4. And her hearts, she lost 1 heart, so she only gets 4 points. And so it depends if her, we've got her treasures. So half, 1, 2, so now we're up to 3. None of those were Skylar. 3, 3.5, 4, -1 is 3. So she has 3 points for her treasures. 1, 2, 3. Didn't do so well with those either. Maybe Crash had the right idea this game. Let's see how she does with her creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops, 1 too many. 5 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Goblin King. 3 points for the Gem of Hope. 4 points for Double Tooth. 3 points for the Goblin Girls. 4 points for Sly. 4 points for Legs. 3 points for the Gem of Power. And there you have it. Skylar went in full swing, swinging that double-sided battle axe, scaring off all the monsters deep in this dark, scary dungeon tiles, while Crash was busy taking advantage of free opportunities and taking the easy route. And Crash has 36 points versus Skylar's 52 points, so she has shown him how to clean out this quest. Alright, so that was a game of the Quest Kids playing 2-player. Hopefully I understood the rules right and went through the tiles in the right sequence. This will be a new game coming to Kickstarter in September, and I was really excited to be able to throw this together on a tabletop simulator for the guys who made this game, just to give it a try myself and to give them a video maybe to show a few people before they launch to add some interest. So in this tabletop simulator, I have rules enclosed, and all the cards that come with the game are all in here. There could be some edits later on to some of the images and whatnot, but I think his overall game is going to stay in this format. So given that this game is designed for children that are 5 years old and up, the important part was that the game had to be very, very simple. Simple to set up, which I think it was, throwing all the tiles out. Simple to play, meaning that the only action you have each turn is to move and explore and possibly redeem cards. So I think he kept it very, very simple, the designer, and I like that concept for young players. I mentioned already I like the concept that you don't kill anything, you just scare it off. You scare off the bad guys. It even says that right in the rule book here, so important to note that. And the Kind Kid card, it might not be as effective in a 2-player game, but if you're playing with 3 or 4 kids, those Kind Kid cards could come in really handy if resources become scarce and somebody really needs a helping hand. And they could be a strategic way to actually win the game yourself by helping other people out. So I thought that was kind of neat. So hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough of the Quest Kids, and make sure you check it out on Kickstarter if this was something that you found interesting and that you think maybe your kids would like, or you know a family that might like a game like this. This could make a wonderful Christmas gift for someone that has young kids and you don't want to give them those standard board games. You want to give them something new and exciting that they can still kind of grasp themselves. That's all for now. Again, this has been Fundamental Games, and look forward to sharing new games in the future. Take care.